Good evening, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. How are we doing today?
Oh,
We have Joy, we have Victoria, Ademola, Ufot Ubom, O- Obegba. Sorry for the name pronunciation. I'm not good with native names. Okay, Mr. Samuel, Christopher. How are we all doing today? Are we there?
yes.
Amazing. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So today, this is an interactive section, okay? We are going to ask questions. We don't have much time. We don't want to waste too much time here and just talk, 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 talk. It's all about questions and answers. So if you have questions, if you have something you're working on, you want to talk about it, you can raise up your hand and then get unmuted and have that conversation. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, fine evening. Mr. Samuel, you can go ahead. Yes.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm fine, doctor. I really appreciate.
Amazing, amazing. Where are you from?
Great. I'm from Abuja, FCT, Nigeria.
Okay, okay. So what's the
Yes.
question?
The question is, I've been following the training and trying to get as much as possible out of it.
Okay,
I'm working on an ebook
okay,
based upon the experience I had recovering from bone marrow cancer.
okay,
I took I actually went for alternative treatment using a stem cell product for a period of time, I think for about 3 months,
okay.
and I recover fully.
Wow, that's
It's based
amazing.
upon that now I'm doing the ebook
Okay,
from the information I got from your lectures.
okay,
To break down the step of how I achieve the cure, I want to know whether the steps now are how I went to the hospital, took tests, and then took all of those treatment. What are those steps actually? I've gone to the AI, used all the prompts you gave to us, and there are so many things there, information. So I don't really know the steps
okay.
now that I'm to employ to get the book in place. Thank you.
Amazing. That's a very good one. So basically, yeah, we all buy things because of a perceived problem that thing is going to solve for us. The reason why we buy
Yes.
clothes, buy bags, everything we buy is just based on problems, right? Solve a problem for ourselves, whether it might be insecurity or health or relationship. So when I talk about the solution or the steps to achieve that result, all you just want to do is I talk about the pain and the escape from pain to pleasure, right? We are always trying to get out of pain to pleasure because if you are in pain, you are uncomfortable. So when you are finding yourself in a situation whereby something is happening to you, perhaps you are not healthy or you're not having the kind of resources you need to live the life you want, or perhaps your job, you're working in a project and that project is not going fine. There's just so many challenges, right? All these challenges puts you in discomfort, puts you in pain. So
Yes.
in that moment, the only thing in your mind is how do I get to the other side of this thing, which is go achieve the result I want, whatever the result is, right? To get out of that pain into a pleasure state. So for you who has gone through a situation, a phase in your own journey where you were in pain before, something you were suffering from something, and then you now discovered a way to achieve this result that allowed you escape this pain. The question now becomes, what are the various steps you took to achieve that result? Whatever the step is, okay? This is where you now break it down from step one. Okay, I did this thing, and two, I did that next. Three, I did that. So the various steps you took to achieve that result, that now becomes the framework. One of the things I advise against is don't go create your product first. I always advise against this because it's easy to create the product. The hard part is to sell the product. So that's why I always tell people, find a problem and then create a minimum viable framework, like a framework, just a simplified step the person can take. Don't go into the process of explaining all the steps first. Just find the steps. Step one, you take this action. Step two, you do this. Step three, you do this till you get to that result. So when you have that framework, name it, and then go test the waters and see if there are people who actually want to solve that problem. Because if you just go ahead to write a book, this is why you see so many authors struggle, because they write books and nobody wants to buy the books. Nobody's looking for the books. You just wrote something based on you feel like writing, right? I believe it's good to impact, but if you don't find a field that you want to, that people actually want to solve a problem on, you're going to struggle. So that's why the importance of just highlighting the steps you took to achieve that result you want to write about. What are the steps you took? So if I'm going to ask you, you say you took alternative medicine, right? So what are the steps they took you through? What are the processes?
Well, I went through laboratory tests to ascertain the problem, actually.
Okay. Now you identify the problem. So what's the next thing?
I went to the doctor with the result to review the result.
Let me ask you a question though. Is it the doctor that cured you?
After the doctor went through the result to ascertain that the following parameters in my test, for instance, the white blood cell was actually very low over a period of time.
Okay.
He connected it to the fact that the bone marrow, my bone marrow had issue.
Okay.
So with all of that review now, he actually recommended pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah.
But I had the opportunity also of going for a stem cell, which is not readily available in the hospital. I introduced that stem cell product, Miracell Plus to be specific, that I used for a period of 3 months to achieve the cure.
Okay. So those are the steps you took now. That means what you're trying to, okay, you still have access to the products?
I do. I do.
Okay, good. So if I'm going to sell that as it's a solution to someone who's going through that problem, number one is you have to go perhaps partner with the product, because since it's something that worked for you, that means the product is something that works. So I'm going to go partner with the people who create that product and get the product, the license to sell that product. Then guess what I will do now? I'll create another framework. I'm going to create another framework which is going to walk the person through the process of how they can use the product. How did you use the product though? A manual of some sort. Okay. When I got you got the products and then the manual on how they can, like a guide that can help them use the product. So if I combine those two now, those now become what I sell. So all I'm just going to be doing is identify people who have that problem. Do you have the problem? Right? Calling them through my marketing, and then do you have this problem? Okay, you have this problem. This is what I did. I struggled with this problem, and I discovered this unique strategy that helped me, get out of this pain in the space of a certain amount of time, depending on how long it took you to get out of that pain, right? And if you want to learn more, this is if you decide to use a sales letter, then you direct them to your sales letter. Depending on which of the lessons you're going to know about sales letter, direct them to the sales letter which explains the benefits of that product and how they can get it and how they can use it. So now, if you want to buy it, just click on here, buy it, and bam, that's how you sell it. So that would be my own
Okay.
strategy if I want to sell something like that, though.
It's all right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mr. Sambo.
I appreciate it. All right.
So, do we have any other question? Questions? If you have a question, you can just unmute and ask your questions. I think most people are finding it difficult to use the raise up their hands function. So if you have a question, just unmute yourself and ask your question. So anyways, let me just say, in the absence of questions, I really want us to understand that the whole thing here is one of the things I'm trying to bring to Nigerians, especially why I decided to go into this journey of exposing people to what I know about this industry, is because we live in this mindset of we try to find other people who are going to give us solutions. But now I want to point your mindset towards you be the solution now. Okay, you find a problem in your environment and be the one who solves it and go sell the solution to people who have a problem. There's so much opportunities in this space if you just come from a position of I really want to genuinely help someone. Because if you think about the things that you spend your money to buy, it's all help the person who created it thought about helping you in some form or another. For instance, your mobile phone, right? I'm not that old, but I when I was younger, and then I remember life before telephones, and then we started having telephones, and then where we have a poles where you can go to a business center to go make calls because they don't have people who have those devices scattered around because they were so expensive and so inaccessible. You know, the people who had those telephones and the antennas back then, they were like the gods in the environment because they have access to something everybody wanted, and they were making money. Because if you wanted to call your brother in Kaduna or somewhere in Lagos or Abuja or somewhere in the United States, you have to go through them. So they have the solution. Mr. Amusi, go ahead. They had the solution. So understand that everything about money revolves around helping other people. If you just understand that, everything becomes very, very simple. So now, what do you want to use to help people now? This now becomes your solution. What are you going to create to help someone solve their problem? Is there an uncle you find having a problem? Is there a friend that you see having a problem? Can you be the one who take the information you are learning from this platform now, go find a solution to that problem they are having, and now be the one to go help them and make money in the process? I know you might think about it this way, but if I just help one person, I'm not rich yet. Okay, I didn't make a billion by helping one person. Yes, but guess what? There's a ripple effect to that. You help one person and the person gets results. You go help another person, the person get results. Help another person, the person get results. Very soon now, you know that what you've created is something that can help people out there. It's not easy for you to take that online and scale that, because now you're not depending on the people around you anymore, but you can just scale that to a global audience, people who are having that problem. Because if you look at it, somebody is suffering from malaria in Sokoto, and that person is still suffering from malaria in Kaduna. We are all struggling with the same problems in this universe. So if you can just find one problem you want to solve, it might not be too technical, it might not be too big of a problem. But if you know that this is something that is stopping someone from getting something they want, for instance, I talk about the three markets: health, wealth, relationship. If this thing falls into any of these buckets, then test it. Try it with your friends, try it with colleagues around you, and see if somebody feels interested in this thing, right? If they're interested, then now you develop it and you can now take it online, and then that now becomes your business. Other question, let's ask questions. This is not I don't want this to be a one week class. Okay, let's ask questions.
Hello.
Mr. Ade
Hello.
Adelakun.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Adelakun.
Yes, Adelakun. Good evening.
Yes, I'm on line. I want to ask a question concerning what we are producing. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. I can hear you.
Some of us, we are producing something that is universal, that goes across the worldwide like that. Like maybe I want to make something for fish farm and like this. How the process of getting through how to do poultry farming or do catfish farming.
Okay.
That is universal like that.
Yeah.
So, and maybe I have tested it. I believe that one of my friends says that his wife want to learn how to do that thing.
Okay.
So that is looking for where to do it. So, and I believe that this thing can go viral like that. So then I asked you questions sometimes ago that if somebody is producing something similar to that, how can it market it? Is it going to be, the ad that we are going to use is going to be just the ad? Is it going universal, or is it within Nigeria here that is going? So that's what I just want to have information about.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that information, question. So, first of all, I would like to say that you are worried about the wrong things first because you have not developed this product yet. So, thinking about if it's going to go universal, it's not really important at this stage. Secondly, Nigeria itself, I promise you, if you can find a problem to solve in this country, you don't lack anything again in your life because Nigeria is a big market. We have over 200 million people in this country. That's a lot of numbers, 200 million people. So imagine, even if you are solving a problem for just 1,000 people, that's a lot as well, So money is all about numbers. So what I'm trying to say here is that shouldn't really be a concern though. What you should really focus on is, can I streamline this thing to a specific process that can help someone who is in somewhere else, right? Somewhere not close to me, they can just get access to this thing and then they can use the strategy I shared there to get results with this thing I'm trying to show them how to do. So you say fish farming. Okay, good. There are a lot of people who are either into fish farming or they are looking to go into fish farming. They have a space in their backyard or somewhere around their house they want to use as this thing, but they don't know how to go about it. Can you give them a strategy that can help them set up from the comfort of their home? Can you give them a strategy that could help them set up a small farm around them? If you have a specific strategy you know that anybody can use to get results, because perhaps that's how you too started yours, by trying, and then you figured out some strategies and you failed and failed and failed. You made sense. Okay, something started clicking, something started working, some didn't work, and eventually you started getting momentum. What are the things you did to get momentum? Those things you did now becomes your framework. So can you productize that, and then it now becomes your product? If you have that now, you start testing it around you. Okay, say you have somebody who's interested. Okay, show them the strategy. They tried it. Okay, they got results. Fine, amazing. Find somebody else. Show them the strategy. They tried it. They got results. Okay, amazing. Now you know that this is something that someone can use to get results even when you're not present. That's really the secret. Can I create something that can help somebody get results even when I'm not present? Once you have that, now you are ready to go into the market in a large scale. But guess what? You don't have to first, because now everything about ad is all about when you are selling, it's all about how many sales you generate. So for instance, if I'm starting to scale, I'll just decide to focus on only Abeokuta, for instance, because with ads you can select any area you want to focus on. I want to focus on only Abeokuta. I'm getting good sales from Abeokuta. Okay, good sales, good results. Okay, let me add Kano to it. But remember, based on what you've created will not determine the locations you are going to go for. So there are certain locations that people would want to go into fish farming, right? They'll be interested in a product like this. So I want to go find those locations, do my own research, and then I start running ads towards that direction. But everything is all about the fact that I can give somebody something that can get them results without me being present. Once you can identify that, don't think about the big picture yet. Your first sale is all you need now. Get your first sale. People are just making this thing so difficult. Focus on your first sale. When you get your first sale, wow, I just won. I just got my first sale. Let me go for my second sale. Wow, I got my second sale. Third sale. Wow, I got my third sale. Fourth sale. Fifth sale. Sixth sale. 10th sale. 50th sale. 100th sale. Like before you know it, 1,000 sale. Before you know it, 2,000 sale. But everything has to grow gradually. Most of us, we make life so difficult because we are thinking so, we want to take the 10,000 step from the first step. No, now let's take the first step first. You are worried about the world war. That's not important now. Forget about that. There are other people who are doing that thing you want to do out there. That problem you want to solve. There are other people out there. There are many doctors in the world who are curing the same disease. That doesn't mean that some doctors are not making money more than some, right? It's just about positioning, how you market, how you sell. And those are the things I covered in the other weeks of the training where we talk about the week 3, week 4, week 5, right? It's all about understanding the game, how it's being played on the internet. I know it's difficult though, but if you can just look at it this way, which is everybody you are still going to meet online are still the same people you are meeting every day around you. I don't know you guys from anywhere, but you can just walk. Me and you can just meet somewhere and say, that's the person I saw online the other day, right? It's still human being like you. So that's just the focus here. Focus on one individual first. Go to the second, third, fourth, and eventually, gradually, you can start scaling and growing like that. That's how business is built. If it makes any sense.
Thank you so much. Actually, the reason why I'm asking is, it's not because that I just want to project it. I want to have the picture so that whatever I want to make, I will not just be thinking about it globally, just to how to do it gradually or to do it, Actually, you have already put me through the question that I'm trying to go, the way I'm going about it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. So one other thing I will add to that is just focus on one person. Forget about mass scale. Just focus on one person. I'm creating this thing for one person, one specific individual. That's why if you look at the week 1.4, I talk about your customer avatar, the person you are going to sell this thing to. It's not the people you are going to sell it to, the person, one individual. Why? Because there's so many prototypes of that same individual in the entire world, right? So you just need to focus on that. When you make it seem, when you focus it on that lens, that I'm just doing this for this person, I promise you, it becomes very, very easy to build and create. Mr. Christopher, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for your effort altogether. It's really helping us, especially for the interaction section.
Amazing. You're welcome.
But then I'm really also trying to follow up the whole process. But then the area I see do have some little I get some like I'm confused is the area when you say that we are not supposed to produce the product first, then we just need to maybe come up with a social media flyer, then check if there's someone among our friends that's using organic
strategy, yeah,
medium to check if there's someone that likes it. So what I'm now saying is that assuming you just come up with a flyer, I now set it out there and people start, or 2 or 3 persons say they are interested, then you've not had the product at hand. What do you do at that point now?
Okay, amazing. That's a very, very beautiful question. So every company, every huge company you see out there, they use a strategy they call MVP, MVP, right? Minimum viable product. Yeah. That is, they sell the idea first before they go produce the product. The ones who are successful do this the most, right? They don't go produce the product first. Why? Because it's dangerous to invest into something that is not wanted. you're going to lose so much money. This is why so many business owners fail today. They just go, I just have I want to start a business, and they go use capital, and then they rent a store, go to Onisha, or go to Lagos, buy goods, or go to China, buy goods, stock the whole place, and then I start looking, hey, where's my customer? Where can I find customer? I'm not making sale, right? You see that they've put themselves in a very difficult place whereby sometimes those businesses do not grow because there's nobody who wants the product first. So the way I like to approach business is simple. The strategy is find the problem, come up with an idea of how you can solve that problem, a framework, right? Just like if you want to build a house, you don't just go buy the land and then just go buy the land and start building, right? You get the land and then you get a framework, a design, a blueprint of how you're going to structure the entire thing. Because if any mistake is to be made, let it be made in that stage instead of you go invest in the blocks and then before you start making those corrections. So the point I'm making is this. When you get your framework, you get people who are interested in it. It's simple. Conversations. I just wanted to know if you really want to solve this problem. So what is happening right now? You make them an offer. If you're interested, I can go work on the solution in the next 2 weeks. But when I finish the solution, I'm going to be selling it for 50,000. But if you're interested, you can just pre-order for 10,000, 5,000, 20,000, depending on how much you want to just charge, right? And this conversation, this transparency is the same thing every huge business owner use, big companies, whereby they tell you, they say pre-order this thing. They've not built it yet. They just come up with the concept, told you design and everything. They sell it out, they market it, and they're you can pre-order now. Even the iPhone do the same thing. You pre-order to know if people want it. When they have enough order, then now they say, okay, I think people really want this thing, so let me go start working on it. But the transparency to communicate with them, to let them know that this is how it is, right? I'm just trying this thing to see if people really want it. If you are interested, okay, good. Then you can just secure you can just pre-order for a lesser amount, and then I go work on it, and I'll deliver. If you approach it this way now, guess what? When you are working on it, you are going to be more motivated, more inspired, because you know that people actually wanted the thing you created. You didn't just go with just hypothesis, yeah? You just say, okay, this is an idea I have about a business, and then I just go start it. No. There are people who have given me money to work on this thing. So guess what I will do? I'll go work on it and come deliver to them. And then those people now becomes my test group, whereby I can get reviews, tweak the product, make it better, find a way to make sure that they get satisfaction. Once they are satisfied, they give me testimonials. Then I know that, oh, wow, since these people are really satisfied about this thing, guess what? I have something solid. I've had a proof of concept, and it's going to be easy for me now to take it online, and my confidence is going to be up the roof, because I can tell you that this is the result this thing can give you, because I know that this thing has given these people results. If that makes any sense. This is the experimental phase.
Okay.
Yes.
So in other words, we don't even need to do the converting mechanism. We just come up with a flyer.
You know, with the conversion mechanism here, I talked about that in the 3rd week. Right? The first week was all about coming up with your idea and selling that idea first. You see, I didn't talk about that in the first week.
Okay.
Yeah, it was intentional, because I wanted you to get results first before you go before you go into the internet. The conversion mechanism and all those things we talk about in the 3rd week, those are all about how you take it to the internet. But if you've not gotten a proof of concept, you will not find the motivation to really take it into the internet, because you see, this is why so many people struggle, because they try to skip the process. If you skip the process, you are going to struggle, because it was intentionally designed that way to get you result. I do that with everything. Every product I create. Right now, I'm creating another product. The first thing I did now, at this level now, I don't do organic anymore, because I can just spend money. I can just budget money for ads, because I know what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? So the first thing I just do is go create an ad, talk about the problem, and then see if people are going to click on that ad. If people are clicking on the ad, I know that they are interested. And then they come to a group. I have a conversation with them in that group and say, okay, this is how it is. I'm going to take so amount of time to work on this project. If they're interested, okay, make payment, and I start going to work on the product. That's how I build everything, every product I create out there.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Mr. Ubani, is it Ubani? Yes, can go ahead.
It's not Mr. It's Mrs.
Mrs. Ubani, sorry, apologies.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good evening.
Good evening.
We thank God. Please, I was trying to open an account on the ChatGPT.
Okay.
So that I'll be able to be saving my work there. Yeah. That's my product.
Yeah.
But I'm having some challenges.
Okay. What's the challenge?
And that challenge is from when I sign in, I was expecting to see the ATP in my email box, but I'll go there, I will not see anything.
Okay.
So I don't know the reason, whether it's from me or if there is any mistake.
Are you imputing the right email address?
That I'm AI 1.3. Pardon?
Are you imputing the
I didn't hear you well.
I mean, are you imputing the right email address?
The email that I use here now is the email that I impute.
Okay. You know what? Just reach out to us on WhatsApp so my PA can assist you on that.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, let us assist you on that.
They made one mistake.
Thank you.
Hello. They make one mistake in sending one code to me. And they now told me that if I am the one, if I'm not the one, I should not bother about it.
Okay.
So they sent somebody's code, and they were telling me that if it is not me that is requesting to open an account, that I should not worry about it.
And then so just ignore it. Then ignore that.
I've ignored it.
All right. All right. Thank you. Miriam, can go ahead.
Okay, good evening, doctor.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I appreciate your work.
Thank you so much.
Incredibly exceptional. Thank you very much for all you do to help us.
You're welcome.
Okay, doctor. The question I want to ask is, though I'm in fashion, and I'll be trying to produce an ebook along that line. But during the course of this lectures this evening, as you mentioned, the 3 niches, you talk about health, finance, and one other one. So my mind went back, relationship, but my mind went back like about 3 years ago. There's I was in one particular industry, is health. So someone that has issue with leg, I think the wound has a particular name, we call it in our language. They call it oni ure. That's kind of a wound that is they send poison to people. It happened on their legs. It doesn't easily go. So when I started working with that man on that industry, the medicine I was using on him wasn't working. Suddenly, somebody from Abia State came up with a medication that the moment I used it on him, it was like a miracle. It worked, and the man paid me heavily. That last 3 years. And through that man, another person came. That person's own took less than 5 days, but something he has been working on for years. That man's med stayed on him for almost getting to 20 years. Wow. But the moment I used that medication, it worked on him. Another one came. That one just started newly within a space of 1 month. And the person took the medicine, just 2 bottles. Within 2 days, it cleared.
Wow.
That man's own took up to 4 months, but this particular person took 2 days. So I work on these 2 people and I forgot about it. Someone else around in my house, in my compound, had a little ailment about it has to do with skin. The boy have suffered for 9 years. And I thought about it. I said, this particular medication might work on this boy. I approached the mother, use it on him. Fiam, it goes. I forgot about it. Though I still have the number of the person that sold this particular drugs, and I know him.
Okay.
So the moment you talk about this health, whatever, my mind not go bad. Can I do something that is related to that? And if how? Because I'm not the owner, I didn't produce it.
Yeah.
So how do I go about it? And how can I take it to people when it goes viral? How will I be? I don't want product that will be going from hand to hand. I was thinking of digital products. So how can you help me on this?
Is there like a specific way they make the product, or you don't know how they make it?
The one they can apply on the skin, I know how to make that one. Yes, he gave me that I can buy this, produce that one. But the intake, the one they take in, is the man that produces it. He didn't tell me how to.
So what's the email about though?
That ML is like poison. I don't know. It's common in the eastern part, Igbos, Anambra, Imo State. I don't know, when the people travel home or they want to build, they put it on them, or people in their shops, people will just match it and things start developing, and it kills people.
Wow. And you don't know the name of it?
In my language, I don't know the English name anywhere. In my language, they call it Onire or Chere.
Okay.
But the English name is what I don't know. Except I will ask people, I don't know. Other people, I don't know.
If you could get the name, then it will be easy to now, identify how to come up with a selling way, a way to productize it, right? Whereby you could partner with the man. This is this is something you could also think about. I also advise students to do this as well, which is the knowledge doesn't need to be your own though, right?
Okay.
You seeing this thing, seeing that, okay, this is something that can also work for other people. You cannot be somebody who partners with others and monetize their knowledge. You share profits because everybody wants to make money. There are a lot of people who reach out to me, want us to do a partnership. And there's some I accept, some I don't, because I cannot work on, my time is very limited. So you could partner with somebody who has the knowledge, and then you use the strategies in the program, and you do a collabo, and it becomes a very good genuine relationship whereby everybody's happy at the end of the day, as long as there's a transparency and honesty inside. So that's one aspect to go about it. So I would say, if you could have the conversation with the man and maybe pitch him the idea of, would he want to share this knowledge with other people? Because that would be the approach I would take, and then I work with him on that and see how we can take that to the market.
Okay.
Since it's not your original product, because you are talking about, you don't want a situation whereby there's a product that you have to send to someone and all of those things, right? So making it so people can just do it themselves would be the best strategy to ensure that you can even sell that for more money, And I think the problem with most Nigerians is that they don't like to share what they know. It's one thing I see with so many people as well. But if you can convince him on that and see the possibility of what this thing could be, you work with him, and then it's something that you can really work on.
Okay. Or can I convince him on my paying him to learn it?
Okay.
I know he might charge
That's also another idea as well.
Okay. Okay.
But you get every information you can about what the Hillment is about, right? And make sure that if you are going to pay him to learn it, make sure it's something he's going to be willing to open everything to you. Some people might not want to do that. That's just the thing. So
exactly.
Everybody is different.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes. Okay, Charity, you can go ahead. Charity, yeah.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, madam. How
I'm
you doing?
sorry, I don't. I'm good. I've heard your vibrant voice the way I saw it in your video. Yes, I joined late because of tight schedule.
Okay.
However, I don't know if I'll get the recordings.
Okay.
And this program is meant to be for how long? Sorry.
So the way the program works is all the lessons will be unlocked to you in, I think, 31 days or so. That's about 4-5 weeks, right? All the lessons will be unlocked to you in that period. But when it comes to how long you're going to have access to it, there's no time limit to that. You have access to it anytime.
Yeah.
So 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you can always go back and log in and refresh yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So if I have question based on my own time, I can go to the community and throw my question and it should be attended to, right?
Yes, you can ask a question in the community. We attend to them there.
Thank you very much, Adrian.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
And you too.
Okay, Mr. Amusi. Is it Amusi? I'm very sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. I'm not good with tribal names. Okay. You can unmute yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Charles.
Good evening. Good evening.
I really appreciate it. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Thank you very much. A lot of questions has been asked, and just like the second to the last lady that was asking about that humans, kind of like have the similar question I was going to ask about coming up with a solution that might not fully be known by yours, maybe other people's idea. Unlike mine is in the field of entertainment. I'm traveling into helping artists or I'm an upcoming artist though, so I actually have this knowledge of upcoming artists having challenges of coming up with their songs and making it trend and making it go viral that way. So my question is going to be this way because I have a person that is actually close to me though, and he did a lot of collabo, but he doesn't monetize his idea online. So I was going to bring it to his awareness. So if I can monetize his idea of producing music and also making it trend online. So my question is it very possible for me to do that, isn't it, right?
Yes, it's 100% possible, yeah. You just get clear on who you're trying to go for, and then work on that. It's possible.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I got your message on WhatsApp. I do appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're the one that sent me that message on WhatsApp, yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm the one, sir.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it, sir.
All right, have a wonderful evening. Mr. Steven, you want to say something?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead. Good evening.
Okay, I'm very sorry. I'm just being able to join the meeting right now.
Okay.
And I wanted to know if this can be replayed or this is just once and for all meeting.
Okay, we are going to then upload it. We have to upload it online and then send the links in the community then. We'll do that.
Okay, so that it will enable us to at least hear the questions people had asked. It might be questions that we maybe wanted to ask.
Okay.
And the answers given might be of benefit to us. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. So are there any more questions? If you have questions, let's go.
Yes, please. I have a question. I don't know if you can hear me, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Joseph, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Please, I mean, mine, it's this stuff, this finger issue, this stuff they call weak low. It happened to me long ago, and although I battled with it, but somebody now told me to do something, just one thing. and I did it, and it's solved the issue. I don't know if I can digitalize it.
Wicklow?
And it's not so, yes, sir, the finger issue. It's a finger problem.
I know about it though. I have somebody who have that problem. If you have a product on that, I will also buy. I'll buy the product myself.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
So it's something that a lot of people struggle with. So it's if you have something that can work, definitely.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll go ahead and produce it, sir.
Amazing. But come up with your strategy first, framework, and then before you go into production, though. Like I said, sell first before you produce.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very important.
Thank you, sir. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. Are there any questions? Question time. So is it suffice to say that everything is clear in the program? Somebody's typing. Okay.
Absolutely, sir.
Oh, really? Let's have our questions answered though. Let's have our questions answered. Although I know I tried to make it as straightforward as I could, as simple as I could to explain it, not to dissect the knowledge, because I didn't want it to be a complicated process. All of this entire thing, like I keep explaining, is just, for me, the main reason I decided to do all of this is to give people the ability to, I think, create their own reality, by becoming catalysts in their environment, in their workplace, in any way they find themselves, whereby you're not the one who's pointing fingers at what's happening around you. Rather, you are the one who's thinking about how can I solve that problem and monetize the solution. Just like somebody was talking about AI something in the community. They said they were able to find a way to come up with the AI stuff. I could have included that in the program, whereby you could use AI to create your own your videos and all. But then again, you are going to be spending money in subscriptions. And I was trying not to make the entire process the investment to be that high that it now becomes a limitation. So if somebody has found a way to do that, maybe I told them to share it as well so that others can do it as well. But I don't advise you think about AI strategies to, one of the mistakes you don't want to make is, don't make it AI. AI is there to assist you. It can help you refine, give you concept to trigger your mind to start working. But make sure whatever thing you are bringing into the market is something that somebody can really, for instance, come on a call with you now, and you don't have to think about answering the questions they have. It's all about the deep desire to serve humanity, to make this world a better place, right? If you come from that angle, I promise you, the byproduct of all of those things is just that you're not going to lack money. It's not about me just saying that. It's just, if you look at the way the world works, if you look at the way success is created, money is being made, there's always that interchange, that's exchange, right? Whereby somebody did something for the other person, and then money was used as a medium of value to compensate the other person. So this is where the world is now. And many of us, we are already good people who genuinely help other people with our knowledge, with our experiences for free. All I'm just saying is this: it's time to monetize that. It's not a crime to sell what you know. It's no crime, because what you are doing is helping somebody avoid some of the problems that you might have faced in your own journey, trying to figure out the things you know about that thing. So if you know something, if you know somebody that knows something, any way at all, find way to bring that thing in and monetize that. Anything is monetizable right now. Somebody raised their hand just now. I lost you again. All right, go ahead, Mrs. Ubani.
Yes, in my own case, I know that I was creating a product that has to do with apnea. And I want to find out, where will I group it? Is it going to be like an ebook? Don't understand exactly where I will now keep it.
Okay, the difference between ebooks and courses, right? I think, let me not complicate it and say courses. It was after I created the program and now said I would have used a different way to explain that analogy. Yeah. The difference between the two of them is that one is a written format, right? One is just written document that explains how somebody can get the result, like a textbook, for instance, right? For instance, I write something in here, right? And then I decide to, okay, I shared something I know about how to solve a problem and I want to sell this thing to you. So that's what an ebook is. It's just an electronic version of this that exists on the internet. I mean, on your mobile phones. So the other one is a video, right? Forget about the online course. Forget about that complicated shit. Just, if I can just record myself explaining how somebody can solve something, that's a video on itself. That video is something I could sell if I want to sell it. If somebody wants the solution, I can sell it to them, right? So you don't need to even be complicated. That makes a lot of people feel cringy to go into all of these things, right? It can just be yourself, you carrying your phone, recording yourself, explaining something. Okay, if you want to solve this thing, the first step in solving this thing is you have to go do this and do that and do that. And the reason why you need to do this specifically in this order is this, right? And the second step is you have to do this. It don't need to be long or short. It doesn't matter. However, how long it takes to break that thing down for that person to understand, that's what you want to go for. The duration does not matter, you know? So that's just the difference. Video, it can even be an audio where I pick up my phone and record my voice, right? And explain how the person can get the result. If it's not something that's practical, I can just do it with an audio. For instance, I cannot show someone how to solve a problem about computers as an audio because the person needs to see something visual, right? But if it's something that can be explained, I can just explain it in my phone, record my voice, and that becomes my product. Honestly, that's how simple it is. You know, you don't have to complicate the process. So you either go with audio if you like to talk, pick up your phone, record yourself talking about how to solve the problem. Just make sure you break it down into steps. That's why I talk about the steps. The steps is the structure. Because if I just come up with the information and tell you, okay, first step, let's you do like this, like you're going to confuse. But I have to structure it in a step-by-step manner so that after you achieve this one step, you cannot think about, okay, I've done this, let me go to the next step. So gradually, I can pull you towards the direction you want to go in solving that problem. And before you know it, after taking the steps, eventually you get to that result. So that's just how it is. So it could be explained in a voice note, or it could be recorded in a video format, or it could just be you writing it in your phone as a PDF document, right? That's how you create to come up with your product. It's not that difficult. Is that clear?
Okay, thank you very much, Doc.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
iPhone, go ahead. Miriam, do you still have a question? Because your hands have been raised. I thought you're done.
Yes, Doc. I was done anyway, but while we are making the last comments, like the other guy that talked about something I created for the finger, I know of that ML, but that particular ML that man gave me solution for. Okay, the product I know how to miss.
Okay.
Also takes care of athlete's foot and other skin diseases.
Okay.
That are so irritating.
Okay.
So I'm thinking of, can I just make a product on that? Hence, I know how to do that one. And just that product alone works for the outer skin diseases and athlete fruits. Can I create something like that? When you're talking to my sister about recording herself or making an ebook to explain such things, so it came up in my mind. So I want to ask.
Yes, Yes. The only thing I would just advise is don't use skin diseases. You know, skin diseases is so general, right? Make it specific which type of skin disease. Even if it's going to work for every type, right? Make sure you specify the type you're going for, because that's going to make it easy for you to sell. You know, this product is not for skin diseases, rather it's for this skin disease. You know, that becomes very easy for you to sell. Then you could still decide to, after you maybe get success with that, you can now go, if something that can work for all skin diseases, you can now go change the name again to another thing. Maybe create another product and change the name and say, okay, this is for this skin diseases, right? This type of skin disease. The point of this is just to ensure that it's really clear, so that the person that has the problem can just know what they are, you know, when they see the product, they know that, okay, this thing is for me. You're not talking to this person, it's for me. You're talking to me. This is my solution. So that's how you want to think about that process.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Mr. Dawkins, yeah, Dawkins, yeah, that's the word. You can go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Yes, yeah, fine, thank you. This is my first time joining.
Okay.
Now, I want to ask a question, because I've had your explanation on many different products, like many different things you've talked about.
Yeah.
Now, there was a time I had toothache, serious one, very serious one. It got to a stage that I can't even put something in my mouth and swallow.
Yeah.
Then one day I came across one man in the market.
Okay.
And those men that sells all these herbal drugs. I walked to him, I was like, sir, please, do you have drugs for toothache? And he said no, that he doesn't have, that he has finished selling it. That he will give me he will just tell me to get just one thing. And I should go and use that. Out of prayer or course, I used one of them to pray for him. And eventually when I got home and I practiced what he said, from then now, that's about 2 years ago till now, I've not had, even if I chew block, I don't feel that pain at all. So can I monetize that too?
Yes, 100%. I actually I experienced that same thing you're talking about, that tooth thing, when I was in my teenage years, and I know how really crazy that can be. So definitely you can monetize that. And I know of a man, even in Warri back then, who built a house, trained his children to school with just one thing, one small blue thing he made, you know, a very small thing like that. You buy the cup. I've forgotten how much he sells it at the time. And with that thing will just go away, you know. That man built his house, trained his children to school with that. So imagine if he could just prototype that right now. That would be crazy.
Sir.
Yeah, so that's a good one.
All right, sir. When making that, will it be in video form, or you have to? I know I've gone through your messages, how we can build a product, how we can, you know, but can one do that by doing a video, a video message?
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
If I'm doing that, I would do it in video ways, because I'm going to explain how they use it. You know, it's something practical.
Yes.
I'm going to explain.
Yes.
Okay, do like this, like that. Yeah. So.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Dawkins. Charles Dawkins. Yeah, I think I know that name somewhere. Are you there?
Hello?
Yes, go
Can
ahead.
you hear me now?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. I'm Mrs. Dawkins.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening. Please, I'm working on overcoming toxic relationship. And it's on when you're in a marriage and you're about to either to go out and whatever. So I know of a friend that has just one person. You know, it's not everybody that will know what is going on with them, but I know somebody that has that issue that I can easily. it's not necessary to be more than one, or it should be more than one person to sample it with.
Personally, I would say if you can go for more than one, fine. If you can only go for one, and
it's not easy to know everybody that is, except that person is very close to you. Not everybody will discuss the issue.
That's true. That's true. It's a sensitive topic, though, and
yes,
I think it's also a way you could actually reframe it in a way that will get them to want to open up, though. Because most people would not want to open up when it comes to, like, it will be as if you want to come and pry into their private life. But then again, if it comes from a place of, like, maybe there's you genuinely want to help someone, maybe a lady, you feel like there are things about marriage you want to share in that regard, you could frame it differently, right? Perhaps, okay, how to avoid toxic marriages, or how to avoid toxic relationship, or like you frame it a different way, whereby it's not as if you're attacking them.
It's not specific.
So you can just come from that angle and then try to bring a more softer landing to.
So the word avoid.
To how you
deliver. The word avoid should be put there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then two. In that case, is it better to use ebook or video?
I think
I plan to use ebook.
I think because the thing why I don't advise, let me be honest with everyone here. When I started my journey, right, the thing was we were doing ebook at the time, but the reason why I don't advise ebook here, because it's you are putting the same effort into making the product. But then again, the one that has a greater impact is videos or audios, and the one that has more value, more perceived value, are audios and videos as well. So with ebooks, most people are not really primed to read on their phones. Even for me, I don't read on my phones. I don't like it because I'm distracted in that. So that's why I still buy physical books, or I use an iPad to read. So most people are not really comfortable still doing that. But if it's just an audio, because that's the way we are trained to consume information now. You go on YouTube, you watch videos, you go on social media. Sometimes you even play maybe an audio preaching on your phone, and you're listening to that doing something else, right? This is the way we have been trained to consume information in this era now. So if you could do that in a comfortable way where they can get the information, it's going to be easy for them to get it, right? But ebook, I will tell you that most people will not really go for it. That's just the honest truth. So that's why I try to tell people to shy away from it, not because of it's the easiest to do, but then again, the perceived value is not really that high. So that's just it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one from that question. If I'm going to go for audio, how will I go? Will I use my normal phone?
Yeah, your normal phone.
Record it.
As long as it's clear. Okay. You just go to your phone.
Record using the recording. Okay. But it's going to be a long discussion. So it's going to be in form of series or what? Because it's broken down.
You can break it down into series. That's going to be easy to digest as well. That's why the frameworks are very important, right? So step one, you talk about step one, right? Then you hand the audio there, go to step two, do the same thing like any audio. Like that's how you can just break things down.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be easy. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm grateful.
You're welcome. More questions? What's this one? Send message. Are there any questions?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah. Mr. Adelakun, thank you so much for the work you have done. All your explanation. In fact, you are more than a lecturer, because
thank you.
Lecturers have time to break things down. And even they don't even have the idea of explaining things. That's why so many of them, when they even finish, they don't know what to do. They still go back and teach for life. So in this aspect of the things that you have told us, apart from getting people to confirm for us that they can buy it, can we still add the ask question from AI to sample the opinion?
Yes,
because like my own, I apart from getting people to example, what is the percentage of people that can, will he make a market or will he not? Then he will give me some feedback that it is not, it is this, it is so.
Yeah,
that's why I say
that's a smart approach as well. And the only thing with AI is that it's all on the data are not always verified. It's all generated. It's generative AI. It generates its answers and everything. That's why I don't tell people to use everything it gives you. Personalize it to your own experiences and all, right? So even if it tells you that the market is going to make a lot of sense, but remember, Nigerians don't have data online yet for it to really assess, to be certain that information is correct. So what I'm trying to say is that we still live offline. Majority of Nigerians still live offline. The only thing we do online is just perhaps watch social media and all of those things, right? So what I'm going to say is the more practical thing to do is, even if it tells you this thing is going to sell, still approach people, humans, and have those conversations. And I think this is where we start to stand out in our own circle, right? We have to stand out in the sense that, everybody's talking about the same thing in this circle of friends, right? In the group of friends. We cannot be that different person who just come up with this kind of conversations, and just not from a place of being judgmental or anything, but just try to know what they're thinking. For instance, there's a product I created back in the day that taught people how they can stop gambling. I saw this at some point, but it's not a market I really enjoyed because I wasn't passionate about the market. I just saw friends talking, some group of friends. I went to meet somebody in Lagos back in the day, and his friend came to visit, and then they were just having this conversation. I saw everybody in the room. The only thing we were talking about was just Bet Naija, how they were spending money in betting. And I was like, wow, this thing is really a huge problem for most people. So I went to do a research, and I realized a lot of Nigerians are struggling with it. I came up with a framework. So it made more money, but I just shut it down because it was not the market I want to be in. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say here is that you have these conversations with people and see what people are really thinking about. If you are human, if you listen, you are going to hear what people are really struggling with. Put your ear down. If you are inside a group or anywhere, just listen. Your workplace, listen. What are people complaining? What's the complaint? What's the thing that gives them stress? The frustrations, right? Those things are they're giving you the secrets, what they need at the time. This is what I need. That's why I'm complaining. So I would say approach it with going after people and get human feedback. It's very, very important at this stage. I know the desire to want to go into the scaling parts at the beginning, but I promise you, this is the hard work. If you can do this work at this beginning stage, when you get into the internet, it's going to be a different ball game because you know that you've done the work to build something solid. It's why I give crazy guarantees in my programs, because I know that you can't find what I offer anywhere, because I know how many programs I had to buy in Nigeria to see what people are really doing out there. And I realized, man, people are really just selling garbage because a lot of them don't really know what they're doing. They've not lived what they are selling. Everything I'm teaching you guys here, I don't have a note here. I don't have anything here, right? I just talk from my own experiences and from the things I've gathered over the years of, obsessing over this field. So that's just how it is. So are there questions, more questions? Yeah, you can go ahead. Mrs. Ubani, you can go ahead.
Okay. Yes, I want to talk about something that happened to me around 2014. Okay. I had this toothache, and I was about going to uproot it. But in the course of making the arrangement for the uproot of the tooth that was aching me so seriously, I met an old woman who told me, or rather, she was talking to someone who just visited, but I heard her telling somebody what she told her neighbor that helped her for that toothache. So when I heard what she was saying, I decided to come back home to apply it instead of going for the uprooting.
Okay.
So I applied that her prescription, just one organic thing. So after using it, that was around 2014, 2015. I've made arrangements to go to where I will do the operation of a thing. But then when I had that thing, I decided to give it a trial.
Yeah.
And till today, I've not gone for rooting that to that's my teeth. It was precisely, I think, my premolar that was giving me that headache. The only thing was that some part of it break up then. I spit it out. But up till today, I didn't go for that tooth uprooting. So what I normally do is that from time to time, if I feel like having some pains there, I will just fall back to that particular product.
Okay.
And do it the way she said, and I will get some relief. Can that also be a product?
Yeah, definitely. I think somebody mentioned something like that just now. Definitely.
Yes, okay. You know, network off and
yeah, it can be a product. 100%.
At times will not allow me to hear everything.
It can be a product. That's under health. If you have that.
But the problem now is how to arrange it. Although I've asked you about it's under health. Though I've told you, still trying to see how I will make up with my ChatGPT to save whatever thing I'm doing. I'm still far back. But I hope that by the time I'll get there, you will still assist me on what to do, because I don't know.
Definitely.
Hello?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Just take your time, and you can, if you have any issues, you can post it in the community. We respond definitely. And that thing is, I think you asked about how can you arrange it. Just focus on the lesson 1.3. That's where I talked about how to structure. The most important thing is get the structure for it, the framework. What are the steps you want this person to take on how they can approach this thing, right? And even if the main ingredients, for me, like for instance, now let me give you an example. Even if the main thing they need to use is how is it called? Is maybe they're supposed to use alum, for instance, right? Let me just assume say they're supposed to use alum to rub the teeth, and it works 100%. How you sell that thing? If you just tell them, oh, just use, maybe I just pay you money to show me how to do it. Now you just tell me, I use alum. It doesn't sound sweet. There's no it's too simple. It's too hard. Is this why you just told me to? But most times it's all about how you frame it, in a sense that, okay, the first step you want to do is perhaps get this, you bring some other things that could also assist to maybe boil hot water, and then once you want to do, put the water in your mouth for so amount of hours or minutes, put salt or do this or do that, right? You just explain certain processes that can take, and then add the main ingredient at the end. So that when they go to when they go to the journey, they know that it's not just this thing they are using. There are a series of things that led to this thing. You get what I'm saying? So they call it
yes.
It's a way for you to increase the value of that thing. And most times it's also before you go into the products. Maybe I will do a class about, I don't know if I will do it, but maybe I'll think about it, about how you can really, perhaps there's a story format, because I like to, you have to tell a story about how you discover this thing, that increases the perceived value of that thing. So those are things you could also think about when you are approaching everything as well. And again, let me state this again. I think people are missing this point, especially with the ChatGPT.
Okay.
AI is not supposed to, it's not important. It's not necessary that you use AI to come up with a product. If you already have experiences, if you already have things that could help somebody, right? You don't have to use AI though. Do you understand? AI is just for you to trigger your brain, come up with ideas, and see the one you can really think about when it comes to, maybe you have so many things you are in your mind, and you can just go with AI, then play with it and see the one that really makes a lot of sense, and then you can now run with it. But whatever answer you get from AI, I always advise that you personalize it to your own experience. It's very, very important you do this, especially if you want to build something that could
Okay.
make you a lot of money. Yeah.
Maybe why I was interested in going to the ChatGPT could be because of my limited knowledge on the use of internet. So I would just want to have an idea of how to make use of those things.
Definitely.
But then on things like this,
your network is
can I now just use my to look at, because I'm only concerned on how to save these things if I am to.
Okay. Yeah, use the AI. You can play around with the
bring
AI.
them up.
It's good you want to train yourself. Play.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Play with it. Play with the AI. I'm just saying that do not rely on everything it gives you, right? Personalize it, but it's good to play with it. Be curious.
It's not that I want to rely on
Okay.
it. I just want to play with it. I want to learn about it.
Amazing.
And then come out.
Amazing.
And probably use my WhatsApp, to build up what I want to build up. But let me just know how those things work out, how to use them. That's just the interest there.
Amazing.
Because I enjoy the way you are using it too.
It's okay.
I enjoy it. So if I can do it, it will still be amazing to me.
Yes.
I love it.
Right, it's good.
I'm learning a lot from you so much. Thank you.
Amazing. You're welcome, madam. Mr. Samuel, can go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Doc. Yesterday, I was on the system lesson. And following your instruction that we need to get the framework or the structure and the offer stack before proceeding. That was how I have to go out and then started working on that. I didn't join to this lesson because of that instruction. I wish to know which comes first. Is it the framework or the offer stack?
Okay.
Yes, I want to get the clarification.
So the framework comes first. The framework is your core product. It's your core strategy that you want to productize, right? That's the step-by-step guide that will lead them to the solution. Then the offer is just you removing that item from the commodity bracket. Like it's not just like every other thing out there, right? You want to make it different, unique, compelling, right? That's where you now go into the offer stack. So the offer stack is to increase the value of that thing you are giving them. So those are just adding other things to that core product, if it makes sense.
Okay.
Yes.
Also, I wish to know at which point now do I narrate my experience and the benefit I got from this product I'm trying to present to the public. In my crafting the framework.
Yes.
At which point now do I relate my experience about what I'm trying to offer?
That will be the point whereby you are really when you start creating the product. Okay. That could also go into the sales message or the sales letter when you start talking about pitching it, right? When you want to tell somebody about this thing, right? That could be that. And also in 1.7 we still talk about how you can also take advantage of the partnership platform as well. So for now, just come up with your framework first. Just focus on the framework itself first. The solution first. That's the most important thing. Get the solution. That's very, very important. And the offer.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We are far past our time. Almost there. 5:50 now. Do we still have questions? I think let's take about 2 questions before we go. Okay, I think there's no question again. So that brings us to the end of this class. Thank you all for joining. We will try to always keep this Monday schedules 4:30. I want to start. I've been very, very busy this past weeks and I've not really maintained this schedule. So we're going to do our best to start maintaining it. I'm going to, after the class, we will put the videos on YouTube and then send the link in the YouTube, Telegram group as well, so that those who do not get access can go there and access them. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate everyone. And remember, this is all about the journey of what could become, every man has their own different journey, every man and woman. So my only hope in all of this is to be the person who helps guide everyone to the ideal life they all desire and they feel they deserve. So while I'm doing my part, I hope we all still put in the efforts to do our parts. And I really want to see more testimonials from this entire process. I even forgot to ask about testimonials today. Oh no, should have done that. Anyways, I wish you all an amazing week ahead. And remember, you are a champion. Have a wonderful evening, good day, good night, and take care of yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it.
You do well. Good night.
Good night, everyone.